Hello and good morning, and welcome to Transport Fever 2, a game where you are transporting things from A to B, having a good time, and getting mad at roads for being very lumpy for no reason. Alright, let's get right into it. So yeah, welcome to Transport Fever 2. This is a game I played a lot over on Twitch before I started doing YouTube, and I love it. It is honestly, from the moment I bought it, it was one of my favorite games. It is a really great game. So kind of what I'm planning to do with this series, before we really get too far into it, I kind of want to do a British mainline. Just kind of up and along this. So we have a British themed map, British towns, cities, whatever you want to call them. They're very much towns. And I have British assets galore. I don't know if any of them will show. Don't know what that map is. I don't like it, and yeah, but you can see we have British assets, look at that. So we have a lot of really cool assets that we get to work with, a lot of different types of roads. I really want to emphasize detail as I play this, although I'm only going to go so in depth because there's so many things and I can only do so much in a 30-minute episode. So yeah, there's that to think about as well. I also want to note before we as well get too far into it, this won't be historically accurate to you history buffs, but it'll be realistically plausible is what I'm thinking. So we might take a train that was popular in Europe, and it will come to the UK, because, you know, that's just how things work. It might not have been there, but there's no reason why it wouldn't, because there is a lot of trains that go back and forth. Well, not back and forth, but you know what I mean. So we do need to find a place to start. And I've done scouting of the map because, you know, we want to think it through. So there's a triangle of food here, but the problem with that is there's no food processing plant anywhere nearby. I think over here is the closest, yeah, right here, which isn't ideal, and there's actually a fourth city there, but we'll work with that in the future. What I found from my very brief exploration of the map, there aren't many options. There really aren't for an early game start. There's a chain here from these three items, but they're not great. It is not the best. There's also... I can't hear the game. Oh, there we go. Okay. There's also this food chain, which I think is where I'm going to start, because there's two cities here. It still won't be the most efficient, but it'll be a good place to start, and we'll need to build a bridge or use a boat. I haven't decided which one I want to do yet. I also have thought about sending a boat line here, because it really isn't much infrastructure, and that's something that can make a pretty penny. I think that'll also be a good place to start in terms of delivering people back and forth to grow cities. In the game right now, this is the largest town, which is very obnoxious to grow anything else because of its location. I did want a city that you could really only access by boat or a small bridge. We got the short end of the stick on that one. We really did. So I think we need to start by building some infrastructure, because we're going to connect these two towns via road, and we need some sort of road to connect them. We're starting in the 1900s, beginning of the 1900s, so we won't have the most technology, but it's okay. Alright, I think something like that to start with will be good for the future. I do want to kind of think towards the future a little bit on this build. And if we can use this island as a support, that would look really awesome too. So I think we're going to go across like so. That bridge actually isn't that expensive, so... but it does look kind of silly. Yeah. Let's see what other options we have. We have I got a lot of bridge options, because I love English is really hard. I love bridge options. So I wanted to make sure I had a good selection of them. We have some modern ones, which for some reason don't have posts. We might have to put those in manually. There's very small little pictures there. We have that type, which of course is too modern, because we're in the early 1900s. We won't be using very modern bridges. We could use viaducts like that. Honestly, isn't a bad looking bridge. A little costly though. I feel like putting a bridge along that gap doesn't make much sense, and we should do it along here, where it's a smaller gap. Just like that. And that would be a little bit more realistic. And we can build something simpler. I do love viaduct bridges. That one looks ugly as hell. That one won't do. That one's a bit better. I don't know, I think viaduct is a little bit too forward thinking right now. I think we should leave it with that little wooden bridge, and that'll be cheap and easy. Let's make sure everything looks clean. We can do this up a little bit later. doesn't need to be anything too fancy. There won't really be any boats coming down this way, but I still want it to look good. So I think for now, this will do. So we'll just go ahead and connect it up here. Can I get a curb road, please and thank? Please and thank. There we go. Let's do that. So that's our first bit of road infrastructure in place. And honestly, this might be a good place for the port right here. So we can easily transport things in and out. And that will do nicely. So we do need to set up some bus stops. And conveniently, this is parked right here. So if we go to buildings, we actually have a lot of options here. We need a truck stop. Although I think some types of bus stops work. Those are ones that will go in towns. Oh, what are we doing on here? We have just garages. Okay, that's all very modern. So we'll put this here. This is where the food will be, well, the bread will be, not the bread, the grain will be turned into food. Right there. Well, it will be transported out from there. So we have to think about how we want this to be transported in and out of town. We have down here, which I think will be a separate line altogether. What we'll do is we'll go in town and we'll just say, hey, drop it off right there. You know, that works. Like that. So that's a good start, and we need one of those in this bit of town too. Do something here that has very good coverage. Alright. So we have our two drop-off points. That is what we'll call the drop-off line. Now we have to think about picking up. We're going to need a decent amount of food to really make things happen. I don't need a bulldozer right now, we'll need a bunch in the future. I think we'll put one here, just like so. And it really only needs one platform. So we'll just do, I like it more on the other side because it looks like it's coming right out of the farm. Although, thinking about this, that gives us no space to extend that way, so let's put it on this side. That way it has the room to extend that it needs. Do something like that. Alright. That's a good starting point. And then I think we'll put it in now. No guarantee we'll use it though. We'll put one here. Cool. Now we can go ahead and create our lines. So there'll be a line that goes here, 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 and another line that will go here, here, and all the way down to here. I'm wondering if I should break that up into two separate lines. I don't know. Because what I'm thinking about is maybe having a line that drops off and a line that picks up. Well, this one makes sense to kind of just be shared because it's a quick line. This one might make sense to drop off. Alright, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead, figure this. We're going to add another platform. This will be another drop-off platform. So cargo, drop-off, these are pickups. Alright, so what we'll do instead, in order to make things slightly more efficient, this one will not be going down to, is this George Street? It will not be going to George Street. It'll only be dropping off. Then we need a new line, which just goes from here to George Street. Just like so. Alright. So now we have to name these things. I don't know what I'm going to do in terms of naming conventions. What we'll do for now, the primary transport of this is grain. So grain within, what is this area? I don't know what is it. That's Westminster? Yeah, it's Westminster. Alright. Westminster. Alright. See? Good naming convention right there. Westminster. Perfect. So that's the grain line. This is the food to Westminster. This is the food to, what's the other place? I don't know what this place is called. Okay, we'll give it Kineham. That's Kineham. Alright. So that's a good place to start. We'll probably refine that a bit in the future, but we do need, and I think this is a really good location that can be shared between these two locations. Between these two areas is putting the truck stop right here. It's pretty close to each area, and it'll just kind of be, we can kind of like get it in with this, so it kind of fits in the area. It doesn't stand out like a sore thumb. Like that. Alright. Let's make sure these are set up correctly at the terminals. So I want food to go on terminal 1. Grain to go on terminal 3 because it's just a drop off, and that works out perfectly. So let's buy our trucks. I don't really know what we have in terms of options at the moment. Alright, so we have the DMG unlocked if we go to cargo. That is probably our best bet, although it costs almost double out of the gate. But it holds the same amount of stuff. Okay. This can't carry food. That can carry food. Okay. Which costs just slightly less. Alright. Let's see. This is faster loading and unloading. And longer lifespan. This will last us longer. So you know what? We'll go with a couple of these. So I'm thinking 2 on the food to that one, 4 on the food to West Ham, and then 3 on the other food, on the grain, just like that. And what I want to do as well is here, we're going to have grain, that one just kind of drops off. Food will pick up, and then it needs to sit and wait at the Westminster East until it's full. And then same thing with this one, at Westminster East, wait till full. Grain, also I want you guys, when you're picking up, wow, I named these entirely wrong. I'm doing great right now, can't you see? This one needs to be food, and the other one needs to be grain. So I've named them wrong, I've put them in the wrong places, I've given the wrong vehicles. We're off to a great start right now. Let's clean this up. And then what we'll do is check this. So at Westminster North, wait till you're full. Westminster East, wait till you're full. This one is the opposite. It needs to fill up at Westminster Annex, like that. Alright, and then we have to look at vehicles now. You're the only one that I did correctly. It's just really changing these around, so you'll just go to the other line like that. And we're ready to release the beasts. If we can, and we will, we're going to repay as much loan as we can while things are getting going. I don't want to collect interest on something we're not really using. On the bright side, we really didn't spend much money on this out of the gate. So they're going to go off. And we're probably going to need to add a lot more vehicles, because look at that. That's a long distance between these places to go by a little car. Just look at that car. It's not the fastest thing. And one thing I should check, what is the speed limits of these roads? Because we can go... Well, it only checks track. I see car? What does this do? I locked it. I don't know what that does. Oh, okay, it makes it player owned. Interesting. Alright. I guess there's also traffic lights in this game? I didn't realize that. I don't really know how to check speed limit of roads. I know you can, if you come here, you can check it by hovering over it. So 40 kilometers an hour. Alright, that's good. So these guys will be able to hit their maximum speed without a problem, even though they're empty. See, these guys are going to wait till full because they have... So I'm going to send that one off. I don't know if that's going to go to the right place at all. But we should. We can see them starting to pick up here, and what we'll do, so they have increased capacity, because they're going to need it, just add it in the platform. We'll do that at both of the pickup points, because they will need it, just like so. And I think what we should also do, we should take out a small loan, and we should put 2 more on each of the delivery grain lines. So it goes on that one, and more on that one. They're going to head off. This one... Okay, these guys are also still at the wrong station, so you need to go to that one, and then you need to go to that one. Alright. That is better. I think that should solve some of our problems. I'm wondering if having it sit and wait here is going to be a bad plan. Like, these guys sitting waiting here makes sense. Ooh, I really don't know. They're kind of just doing a weird loop thing. I'm kind of tempted. It is quite a distance, so we're going to put 1 more on that line. And we're going to do the same thing again. We're just going to put 2 more on each of these. Just like that. We should be patient, but I'm not being patient. It's okay, because this is, all things considered, a pretty relatively cheap line. We didn't really spend much on infrastructure. We just built this bridge here. That's about it. And we're kind of just sitting and waiting for things to get from A to B. Oh yeah, you can see it coming in here now. And they have capacity for a whopping 5 things. Yeah, we're going to need a lot more cars. I am realizing this real quick. Whopping 5 items they'll be able to carry to and from the factory. I mean, this will get better with time, and ideally we would do this as trains, with probably these all going into one station here, and then the station goes to here and here. I meant train. The train goes from there to there. And then to other areas in the world. I don't know if I explained my plan for this playthrough per se, but what I'm thinking is a distributions facility right here, which distributes everything it needs to the bottom part of the map, and then a main line that connects that to another distributions facility that's up at the top of the map. This is basically a point where for things to come in to get distributed down to the other facility and to send out to other places that they need to go. That's the idea, at least, with various branch lines along the way, and I guess smaller facilities as well along the way. Those would be the two main hubs to distribute items from the top and the bottom as they're needed. We're going to kick up the speed real quick because we're in a very slow part of the game. There isn't that much going on, and we need to making sure our line is profitable. And I'm going to watch this guy to see when he gets there, because he's going to deliver 5 whole grain, like a whopping 5 grain. So I want to see it deliver and make sure everything's going well. We just lost a lot of money. You can see it all over the map. And immediately I'm seeing a small problem at the moment. We're going to take this line. There's enough vehicles on it where I think it's fine if we just say, hey, just go. If you don't have anything to pick up, just go. Alright, we've hit a clog. Alright, this can deliver its first quantity. We got 9,000 of that. This vehicle is now profitable, which is good. These guys aren't making us anything at the moment because they're just sitting there. These ones are fine. They're going to be saving us money because they're sitting there. That immediately fills up and goes away momentarily. So deliver the first food. This has 4 food in it, but it's going to sit in there, wait until full. It's going to wait, I believe, up to 3 minutes. So I think that's 3 minutes of real world time, not in-game time. This 3 minutes of in-game time has passed while I've been speaking. And I think we really do need to up the amount of vehicles on these lines. I mean, they're going to be making us a lot of money, but there's a lot of grain waiting. So what we're going to do, we're going to throw 3 onto that line. Actually, no. We're going to throw 2 onto that line. Alright, we're getting an autosave. And then 1 onto that line. That is currently all of our money. We are in the negative already. That only took us 16 minutes to reach the negative money. All of that being said, we do have a really large loan we can take out whenever we need. So we're fine for now. And we will be making use of it. We'll be using it, as I said earlier, to probably connect this and this via boat. Oh, we've unlocked our first thing. It's a tram. How cute. That'll just be a really good source of money. And these are also raking in the cash now. Each one's making about 9 grand when it drops off. Don't know why it's waiting. But they'll be giving us a lot of money. Go do other things. Cool. Then these will be slowly making us cash as well. Their little journey back and forth. You can see we're back in the positive now. I really like the cute little country road. Oh, I forgot that it goes to the left there, not to the right. And wow, that's very steep. Also, I feel bad for the chocolate factory here. It's not actually a chocolate factory, it's a steel mill, but it looks like a chocolate factory to me. I might take pictures of this for something I'm working on in AutoCraft, because, ooh, this looks cool. I don't know, it's a cool asset, it really is. But I think, we're back in the negative. It's going to be a little bit of this, and I'm going to sit here and just wait till we're kind of sitting in a good place, I think. We've unlocked our first train, and I've been watching this, and things are going well. We've made a pretty positive amount of money. Look at this. We are in the blue. Because for some reason this game doesn't use green. I really don't understand. Blue does look nice. What I think, and I've added more vehicles to this line, but it's very clear we need a couple more. I'm going to add 2 more. And we can get going on our next project. So I know I spoke about doing a boat line from A to B. What I'm thinking is we should also add in a bus line between these 3 towns. They aren't the closest, but there is infrastructure between each one of them. And these 2 are already growing. And we can use this bus service to also feed this new line. What's going to happen is, instead of it going to in here, it's going to go to here. Where we're going to have a boat ferry dock thing. Which isn't cheap, apparently. Nope, not at all. So this is where we're going to put the bus station. Also, look at all these options. All these are kind of, ooh, I don't know what this is. I'm getting distracted. It's massive, that's what it is. That looks like a full-on out, like, boat building factory. Which for some reason has an interior? I'm confused. How do they leave? Oh, that wall probably drops. Okay. We aren't using that, though. I mean, it's cool, but we're not going to use it. We're going to have a little passenger harbor right here. We're going to take out a small one. And we'll put a passenger harbor in. Right, there it is. Right here. I think this is a pretty cute spot that won't really be able to be disturbed. And plop it in, just like so. And we bring in a bus road. Well, not even a bus road. We can put in a bus station. I think we do need a road here, though. We're going to use a small city street right here, because I think just the little sidewalks, they're going to look really good. Just like that. Yep. And next to it, we're going to put in a bus station. Do you love this little loop stop thing that exists? It's pretty as can be, but it's too fancy. We're going to use this one. I think this is the perfect level of simplicity, and it will work. Although, where's the through one? I thought this one... Oh, I can make it a through. Never mind. So we're going to put this in, have a stop on each side, just like that. It's going to connect up nice, allow for people to get to each side, and this will allow us to have 2 loops going on. So we also want to configure it to put in another entrance on that side, and we're going to go ahead and put in a road. Next, like that. Maybe not like that. Delete this. I deleted the tree. We're really doing great. And I want to make this a curved road again. So that's going to curve to there. This is going to curve down to here. Make a massive intersection there, which is probably a mistake. So what we'll do is we'll put it here. And what we're also going to do, this is going to curve up and around to that, like so. And into here. Oh, wait. Get this? I think my placement here has not been the brightest. Oh, that could not be uglier. Ooh. I think I can make it work. Why is... Oh, that's cheap. Oh, let's try this slightly differently. We're going to go ahead and take a road. It's going to go down to here. And it's going to continue from there to there. It's even worse. Sometimes the roads in this game, they're a bit much for me. Alright, so that's causing that same problem. Okay, that's better. There's just 2 parallel roads. I can live with this. Alright. So that works there. And then we need our bus stops in the various places that they're going. So we need a loop here, because this is really going to be a loop line. It's going to exist in this town. Put it there. And there. So that's the 4 stops that we'll have. Just like this. This is the the loop for this town. Just like so. Alright, cool. Then we need to get these stations in all the other little towns. So it's going to kind of stop in the middle of this one. Really isn't going to be the most perfect bus stop. Then it's going to go down just the way down to here, and we're going to do a little loopsie-daisy in here as well, just to allow for some transport around the place. Something like that. So it's going to go through these 3 stops. I don't know if this is the most efficient way to do this at all, but it's how we're going to do it. It's going to go here, then all the way down the line to here, and then just continue back the other way. Just like so. Alright, so this is the connect between cities, and then it's going to be between Kenne, Winston, I really don't remember what half these cities are called, and Tiverton. There we go. That works. We can go ahead and throw some buses on it, some very early rudimentary buses that we get from this road depot. Passenger, alright, we have these 2 as options. One costs significantly more, but I think we'll be better off with it. Let's go ahead and start with 4 on the connect. And we're going to put 2 on the loop for now. Alright, so those will get going. We have a lot of food waiting here. You know what we'll do? You know what we'll do? Cargo 3. Go have fun. Because there clearly isn't enough storage for the food. We're losing food right now. We can also just go ahead and throw on the back here. Like that. That should help a little bit, I hope. They aren't. They're filling so quick. It's such a long distance, and I know that, but there really isn't much we can do about it. We're unlocking things left and right. And the next thing we need to do is put in a boat dock up here. Also, I really love that we've really not been losing much money. I say as we've been losing money. There is not a great place for this. That's going to cost me 300 grand. But I don't want to go too far outside of town. This is better. Again, we're really far from town, though. Here is the most ideal location, but in terms of cost, not so much. I think here's going to be a rest bet. It's still going to cost us a lot. It's going to cost us an arm and leg, but it's doable. And we'll just go ahead and put this street in right along here. It's going to probably be, oh, it's flat still. I like to see that. And we'll go ahead and connect that up into town. And that really curved in a beautiful way. Can we make it cost a little bit less? Yeah, we can. How ugly is it? It's not bad. Alright, we'll go with it. So we do need to put in our bus stops. So we'll have one here. This is a loop for the town. One here, and one here. This will kind of work for future expansion. And we'll get these stops in. This is a loop for... Who are you? Brentwood. Alright. Brentwood. There we go. See? I'm great at these naming conventions. Does this connect anywhere else I have by road? Nope. That means it's going to get its very own little road depot, which is great. You can tell I'm very excited about giving it its own road depot. Also, in terms of money, we aren't doing so hot right now. I don't know what's eating our money right now. I'm going to put this right here before we run out of money. Alright, and we'll buy 2 land hours for this loop. These will lose us money for now until we get this boat line going, which we cannot afford at the moment. Which would be great. Alright, let's look at our lines. I assume it's our new line that's really costing us an arm and a leg. Yeah, these connect lines are losing us money. They are carrying people, though. You can see they are definitely already popular. We're going to make it more popular. Because this is going to be a pretty big destination, I'd say. It's a pretty decently sized town. Also, you can see the loop is really churning for people at the moment. You know what? We'll give you another 2. To both of their lines. One to the loop, one to the connect. And that is all of our money. Now we need a shipyard. Question is, where do we put the shipyard? The answer is, I don't know. I think we're going to put it here, and I'd like to build like a proper little shipyard. For now, this will do. It's going to cost us, cost someone 53,000. And what we're going to do, because we have to buy a boat too, we're going to borrow. We're going to pause. We are in the positive. I'm going to put this right here. Alright. Oh, we unlocked more things. Oh, we got the post bus. Okay, apparently the space button does not pause the game. Button does. I don't know. That's something for me to check later, because I don't know what space does that, and that scares me, because I've been pressing space left and right. Alright, we'll go ahead and connect up these here and here. This is a little ferry between Penham, that one, and Brentwood. There we go. So it's actually quite aligned, so we're probably going to need to buy 2 of these things. Now, which things are we going to buy? I don't know. The Klondike is a very nice ship. It's also very expensive. This one, it's fast. And it lasts a while. I remember in a previous playthrough I was doing, it lasted an insane amount of time. But it's going to cost us a pretty penny. In total, if we want 2 of these, it's going to cost us about 3 million. What we're going to do is we're going to buy one of them as a good starting point. Now we'll go in the ferry line. We'll find path. Oh, that's the downside to using that ship. Needs a large dock. Let's see if we can get a large landing on there. Alright, it costs us an arm and leg if we want to, but we can do it. Is it worth having the big ship? I think yeah. We'll go ahead and take out another 1 million. I mean, I'm probably an idiot for this one, but let's go ahead and get large ship, passenger, large dock, and I kind of like the idea of it sticking out like this. Because in the future, if we were to put another line here, which I don't think we would because there really is no other place for it to go from here, we can get it. So we'll get a large landing there. And then at the other end, we need another large landing. So configure, passenger, large dock, just like so. I think there it's fine. And landing, big boy. Oh, we can't afford that. So another small loan, why not? How big of a loan we have? We have 5 million at the moment. That's not that bad. I can kind of be okay with that one. The lines still connect between the two? They do. Alright, let's go ahead and send out the ship. My game just froze. Okay, there we go. It is free. Should see it exit this dock. It's a beautiful ship. Look at that. It's just barely in there. Barely fits in this building. Actually, it doesn't fit in the building. Lengthwise, it fits. But the masts do not fit. But it is on its way out. And theoretically, we should start seeing demand at both of these ports. Theoretically. I don't know, because they aren't really in their towns. So I'm not sure if they'll work the way I want them to. Let's pay off as much loan as we can as we go. You are about to hit the shore. Don't beach as you leave. That's not good for money. This is a very risky line. And if we need to, we will get rid of it. Is kind of how I see it. Oh, but there's demand right here. That's the transfer point between the two lines. I hope having this as a transfer point will be really good for our towns. Although they're slow as can be. Look at them go. They only go 20 kilometers an hour. There. Oh, but we can upgrade these to post buses. It's actually slowing down our other lines. So, replace post bus. We can't afford that. We're going to afford that now. We can. Alright, and the loops, we also want to do the same thing. Replace with post bus. And do that one. Alright. That should be problem solved. They are faster. They're the same speed as these. They should make us money. Which is the overall goal. This is just vibing here. Alright, it's left. That's okay. That is a-okay. I really just want to see one person get there, and we're going to turn on super speed just to want to see demand for this line. Although, Brentwood's starting to see demand for its passenger loop here. So much so, I think I'm going to buy another bus. How much are these buses anyway? 63,000. Alright. So I really have to be careful with buying these willy-nilly. I do tend to do that sort of thing. Right, please drop someone off. Oh, it did drop someone off. That's one person going to the port. One to ride the ferry between the two towns. I think this will be good. And having this as a major transfer point will be good in terms of demand for... Wow, there's a lot of people waiting at this stop right here. Good thing we have the post buses coming in. That one just left empty. I don't know why. That's 53 whole people waiting for a bus there. We're definitely going to see profit with these lines, I believe. Just did a turnaround in the street. How unfortunate. What are you doing? You're empty, you're just following the other bus around. You just go... Yeah, I just sent it back there. Yes, I am aware a station is overloaded. I'm looking at it right there. Let me pick someone up. You did. Good. And they should be slowly delivering them down to the port, which will exchange with other lines. These are doing a better job at picking up the people, which is good to see. And the people, the food for the people, people's food. Alright, but it is going pretty decently. This station's kind of getting overloaded, so we're going to extend it. Just so it has a little bit more capacity. Oh, we're not going to extend it. Oh, wait, we can soon. There we go. And there's a lot of people waiting at this station to go that way. Just that way. So it's we're doing pretty well. This station out here, ooh, 73 people. That's quite a few, and that's at least 3. I think we can justify spending 500 grand, buying 5, 6, putting them on the connect line, and then also buying 3, sticking it on that line. I think there's enough demand in all places to do that. At least the way I see things right now. And then I do want to get one more of these. Stick it on that line. Oh, we'll get another one. Kind of buying things willy-nilly, and I'm aware of that. But I think we are seeing demand in the places that we need to see demand to make it worthwhile. And also, look at all those trains. That is a lot of trains. Yeah, that's money. That is money rolling in beautifully. Now, I do need to start paying off my loan as quickly as I can, because it's going to cure us if I can find the... No, that's sandbox mode. Loan interest, we're spending about 50 million. Not 50 million, 50,000, because we have a $5 million loan. And we're only making about 376,000. We will be making more this time around. We have more lines connected up. but you know how it be. Also, 3 million in investments, it's a lot of money. We won't be doing that this time around. Well, I'm concerned about this number being so high. This boat line does cost us a lot of money to have going back and forth. Although 12 people aboard isn't bad. It's actually very good. I'm surprised at how well it's going. But I think at this point, we have gone a little bit over time. So if you enjoyed, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more. I'll be playing more Transport Fever 2 and interchanging with Foundation. I'll be seeing you all next time. Bye for now.